get started. I don't know if any of my moderators are up, so we're going to put this subscribers only chat on. Okay. I forgot to add a block word. Well, yeah, I think the block words are on now. How do I turn that on? A dream is a wish your heart makes. Alright, so yes, turn these things on. And we're going to hold inappropriate messages because it's been ridiculous these past couple days. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to get into this. You guys. Alright, so I don't know if anybody's going to be able to join me today, but that's fine. I want to make sure we get it done. So here's the list of things to do. I don't know where we're going to start. We'll see where we're starting. Y'all know how it goes. We let spirit lead. But a couple of the things that have been on my mind, again, are some of the things that we didn't go over yesterday, which hopefully we can get to today. The video for yesterday, I don't know what's going on. They've changed the way they do videos. So, we'll have to see what happens because for some strange reason, I just don't get my my lives like I should. So you may not see it in my back office. It should have been there. I don't see it at all. Hopefully you will be able to see it. I was able to edit it a little bit. Like I cut some time off of it. So I was able to edit it a little bit. So hopefully it'll show up by like later in the morning. I don't know what's going on with my lives because normally I see them right after I post them. You know, I make them public so people can go back and watch what we just did. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's given the content that we talk about, is if that's what's taking a long time. I don't hear any other creators talking about it, so I have no idea if that is the thing too. But our live yesterday was about 5 hours long, a little over 5 hours. I think it was 5 hours and 21 minutes. Like I said, I shaved off the beginning part of it. So hopefully, hopefully that is able to be seen. Okay, so thankfully, someone in our chat had put the link. So you should be able to click on the link. I'm trying to see. Hold on. I'm trying to see if you're able to see it because I clicked on. Damn you, gas prices. Okay. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's not showing up for me in my back office, but apparently it exists. But it seems like what I have to do is take the link that one of my very cool members have shared with us and then go and edit it when it's done processing and then it gets to be viewed. I don't know. So I think what I'm going to need to do is go grab this link now for this live just in case. So I'm going to sign into my other account. Give me one quick second. I'm going to sign into my other account and get this live link. I don't know why it's being difficult. Sorry. I really hate my voice, you guys. But I'm going to chop it up to Mercury retrograde. That's what I'm going to count it as, okay? Anyway. All right, stop. All right, so I'm going into here. I'm just going to grab the link real quick, just so that I hear myself now. I'm going to grab the link real quick, and then I'm going to go back and make a post on my page. So let me do that. That way I at least have this link to come back to and edit. I don't know. It's a weird thing, you guys. It's just really weird. So let me switch out real quick. Go back there. But thank y'all for subscribing and joining in. I have to put subscriber only chat on simply because this is not TikTok, so I don't do like free readings and stuff here. Unless I say I'm going to do that, and that would again be only for subscribers in the first place. So I think I edited out the words like grift and scam. I already talked about that yesterday, and once I'm able to like cut that segment out of my live, I'm going to post it. But I'm not grifting or scamming. I don't ask you for any money. But I don't know where y'all get off being rude to people just because you're behind a keyboard. But c'est la vie, right? C'est la vie. All right, so I'm just gonna make this post real quick, and then we're gonna get into these readings. I want to try to do this quickly, simply because I don't have 5 hours. I want to go to bed. So hold on. Here, this way I don't lose the link because I don't know if any of my people are on. Here is the link for today's live. All right. That way I can come back to it and make a post and all that stuff. All right. It is posted. I can come back to it later. Perfect. Okay. Let's get started. I've already prayed. Ooh, I get chills. Okay. What's the message that's about to come out? So this is my list right now of what I'm thinking of. Some of the things that we did not touch on yesterday. Some of the things that was coming to me as I watched like news and things. Yesterday's live was pretty wild. It was about the majority of it was about the royal family. It was an interesting, very interesting read. It was exhausting. I actually slept very late today. All right, so to read down the list, and we'll see where we go with this. Da, 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 da. I want to have a look at the Turtle Man. What do y'all call him? Because he looks like a turtle, but he's the senator of Kentucky. So I want to take a look at that. He's back in the hospital. If I'm not certain, but I think I did call that he would be gone by this summer. And I think I said by the end of June. June. I don't know. We'll see. I wonder if he's already gone, to be honest. And they're just not saying anything because, that's what they do. So I want to look at him. And I want to look at Tucker because this is really interesting. Now, I did see a post that shows that he's went even further extreme than he is now. Now, that makes sense. Supposedly he's leaving the Republican Party, or he said he is. I think they're going to come up with something even more extreme. So that makes sense. MTG also in the last week has said she's leaving the Republican Party. Again, I think they're going to go extreme, possibly under the independent tag, but we will see. I'm going to look into that. Hey, Jen, you not asleep, girl? There's something here. All right. The other thing I'm getting to look into is let's look at that marriage. Because did y'all see that man pat her knee? Did y'all see? It was weird. It was really weird. It was not loving husband material, would say that. I think it was a PR thing because they immediately talk about why they're having another baby. Which, if you're paying attention over the last week, people have been saying, according to his book, the reason he had a baby was because of Erica, or at least he said that. And then people were tying it into a different thing. So basically, his argument is weak as shit. So this is a PR thing, and it's really funny because the leaks are coming from him, and I'm not talking about the ones about the dead man. I'm talking about his own marriage. Like it's just not strong. Like his messaging is upside down. It's swords are about communication. He's doing a really piss poor job. So I think we're gonna look at this marriage and see what's going on. Because I think it's also weird to name your podcast what's it called? Something the second lady. Girl, me too. See, this is really interesting. Cause I get the Queen of Swords, and we're talking about his wife who's in legal, and what's going on? Because the energies under that are two major arcanas. It's the devil energy, and it's the hermit energy, and I'm getting chills already behind that. So, what are we talking about here? I think we'll start there. Um, And then we started to get some feelings regarding Muskie's IPO, which lost a lot of money, which is to be expected, y'all. People get excited, buy stuff, and then it tanks. Um, and then what does they call it? Not regulates. What's the word? Not settles. Adjusts. I think it's adjust. I don't know. I don't know what you call that. Um, and then I wanna look at the company that has the data centers, the company that's driving the data centers. I kind of want to look at that again, because I think they're going to be torched. I really think they're going to be torched. So allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Let's get that out of the way. Okay. So I just want y'all to see before we get into this marriage, because that's what just hit the board. So we're going to start with the marriage. But it was strange. It was strange. So let's take a look at this. Why I got A, B, C, D, E, F, G? That's interesting. Okay. You got chills behind what? Which one? Which part? Okay. So if you haven't seen it, it's really not that far into this. It's a little weird. Hold on. Well, today's book. Okay. And I forgot to get another speaker. All right. So they're about to talk about the book. They had a discussion about why they have a baby. Oh, so I was saying, I think it's so weird to name your podcast this Story Time with the Second Lady. Because are you going to stay a second lady? Oh, okay, Jen. Perfect. Are you going to stay a second lady? Because, like, that's a temporary job. So I'm not understanding why you would name your podcast that. And then this podcast popped up in March. So it popped up when we got started with this WAR. That's just weird shit to me. All right, so let's go. We're going to back it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so he shows up. Oh, he shows up pretty right away. Okay.
Yes, and welcome back to Storytime with the Second Lady. I'm so excited to enjoy another great story together.
And it's so robotic. I can't go by the glitches. It could be my internet, so.
Because when we read, we grow. I know from personal experience that today's special reader loves to read to kids.
Hold on. I knew this felt funny. Hold the phone. All right, y'all pay attention. Right by her head. I said I knew this felt funny. Hold on. We're just gonna look real quick. Just real quick. I want to see if you guys can see it.
The Second Lady. I'm so excited to enjoy another great story together because when we read, we grow.
That's not my computer glitching. That is not my computer glitching. And you can't see it as well as me. Because obviously this is sharper and I'm pointing towards a computer. That is not my computer glitching. I want you. Competing to rebrand? I don't know, Dawn. Hold on. Let me see something. It does feel weird. What? Weird. Right, Jen? I'm sorry. I am not talking correctly today. I have my volume up as much as it can go. This is coming from the little computer thing, so I don't have my speaker in. Hopefully, you guys can hear this. But right around her head is doing that funny energy aura thing.
The Second Lady. I'm so excited to enjoy another great story together because when we read,
You see that? And then it does that glitch right there. Because when we read, we grow. When we read, we grow. Hold on. Let me take my mouse off of the screen and see if that makes a difference. Hello, ladies. Okay, ignore this little purple thing because that is. Okay. Right. But. Okay, ignore this purple thing. That's my pixelation on my screen because I think something was pressing on it. But there's something weird going on around her head just now. Um, y'all, bingo. Bingo. This isn't real. Look, what's the bingo? Oh, jeez. This is supposed to say second. There's no O that's a straight line. Look at that. That's an I. Bingo. Watch it fix itself. It's going to fix itself. But look at this right here. If you decide to look it up yourself, we are at 14 seconds. Okay? And when you hit pause, look at the I. Bingo. I knew this shit felt weird. Wow. Okay. Let's see how this sign changes. Matter of fact, let's go back a little bit because I had read it a few seconds ago. Here we go. Story time with her. Watch this. Watch this.
Hello, I'm Lucia.
I thought I read it. I guess I didn't. Because look, that's not an O.
And welcome back to Storytime with the Second Lady. I'm so excited to enjoy another great story together.
That is not an
When
O.
we read, we grow.
And there's a glitch again.
I know from personal experience that today's special reader.
Y'all. Bingo. Caught this shit. Look how she. I hope she's saying an L word right then to be doing her teeth. See, I can't really talk to the background because the background is a fake background. So I can't go, oh my God, look at these smudges. So I won't do that a lot. I mean, change that. Because look at this. This is weird. What is that? This shit is AI. Let me see. Let me see. Maybe they put a filter over it. That's all. Yeah, this is supposed to say the second lady. Because this is the name of her show. The second ladies, blah, 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 blah. That's what that's supposed to say.
Loves to read to kids. That's because I see him read books to our own kids every day.
Okay, now I want you to watch her head real quick. Wow. Okay. Again, ignore this purple line that you can see clearer than me. But watch this.
Storytime with the Second Lady. I'm so excited to enjoy another great story together because when we read, we grow.
You see it
I know from
change?
personal experience that today's special reader loves to read to kids. That's
You
because
see another
I see him
change?
read books to our own kids every day. That's right. Today's special.
And then her background is flexing around her head, right? Okay. So there he is. I'm sorry, I'm studying background real quick because I didn't think this was AI. I was looking to see if it was because I saw an interesting picture and I was like, that doesn't look like that says story time with the second lady, you know? So I was looking at it on my own phone. Okay, you see it too. All right, cool. You know, because I'm like, it's really weird. I'll show it to you another day. But um, anyway, watch this interaction between these two. This is interesting. And you hear how monotonous she sounds. Yeah, exactly. Taking over for CK didn't, because Turning Point, oh, I didn't mean to say it, is going down. Okay, let's see this weird interaction.
Special reader is my husband, Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance.
Do y'all see that? Attaboy. Attaboy. Was that a loving pat? Like, hang on. Of course, good to say yeah. I think I watched that like 50 million times because I was trying to catch her reaction, like different things. It's interesting. Hold on. So, of course, good to see ya.
Vice President of the United.
Okay. And then my guess is she's looking off at the wrong camera because that's how I rationalize it. Because, sometimes they be looking off to a different camera. So I'm like, she must be looking off to the wrong camera because when she introduces him, she doesn't introduce him to the right camera, which is silly to have edited this way if she was, but whatever, whatever. It is what it is. But like, watch this. Right, exactly. Do they know each other?
The special reader is my husband, Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance.
Well, like, she introduced him to the wrong camera. That's weird. That's weird to me. But anyway,
Thanks for joining us today. Of course.
now this this smile to me I thought looked genuine. I don't know. But then when I saw this, I was like, what the hell? What the hell, Leontay? Okay, watch this.
Good to see you.
Good to see ya. So then I was like, let me watch this a little bit, right? And so I watched it, and then I went, bingo, that's why we're doing this. This is a PR thing, right? This is definitely PR. Because I went first to see when she first started doing this. Like I said, she started doing this in March. And then they talk about the baby, right? Oh, I didn't notice the leg twitch. Let me see. I mean, I'm sure he's nervous, but why would you be nervous? You're with your wife. Like, y'all bump and grind. Oh, let me not sing this song because that's an R. Kelly song. Um, of course, good to see ya.
President of the United States, J.D. Vance. Thanks for joining us today. Of course, good to see you. So I know some of the kids who are watching today probably don't know very much about what the vice president does. Can you tell them a little bit about it? I'm lucky enough to serve under a president who gives me a lot of responsibility, so
Okay, so then he's like, I serve under president, get a lot of responsibility. And then his responsibility that he listed was breaking a tie. Breaking a tie. I was like, that sounds like a lot of responsibility. Like, that's the only thing he gives. You'll have to watch some of this for yourself if you don't mind giving her the view. Oh, it did it again. You guys had caught one. You're probably caught one what? The pixelation. There we go. Jesus Christ. I think I need to go to bed. Look, I caught one of the squares that I saw in China. Look at that. There it is. There's a square pixel. Because I don't know what AI they're using, but it's a new kind. And it does this window pixelization sometimes. Do you see that? That square. It's an obvious square. Like during the China one, it was everywhere. I'm gonna see if I can show y'all that one later. But hold on. Okay. So he goes, I get a lot of work. My work is breaking a tie.
a lot of things that we do. And, one of the things that I have to do is in our country, of course, we have senators.
Y'all, he has the, oh my God. I was looking at this on my phone and wasn't really paying attention. I was just trying to hear what he was saying. But y'all, he has the energy waves around his face.
Have to do is in our country, of course, we have senators.
Wait, hold on. Did you see it? I'm gonna be an annoying kid. Did you see it? Huh? Did you see it? Watch. Hold on. Let's do it one more time. I'm trying to make sure my hand's in the right place for this one.
So there are a lot of things that we do. And, one of the things that I have to
Okay, now this is where we notice it. Hold on. Getting you close and close.
do is in our country, of course, we have senators and
Did you watch
congressmen
around his
who
head?
vote on laws. Well,
It's really interesting. There's some giveaways on here. But anyway, so I'm like, why did they use it? And so there's this part right here where he talks about I do the 50-50, break the tie thing. And then they get into the baby. Right after that, they get into the baby and about why he had a baby. Because she asked this softball question, like she tosses a ball to him of like, how many books do you read to your kids?
And so we'll go to other countries, sometimes with you, of course, and sometimes we even take our kids to meet with foreign leaders.
Oh yeah, you guys, it is definitely energy waves. Watch that one more time.
Take our kids to meet with foreign leaders and people
You
who,
see it around his face?
maybe they have a disagreement with the United States, or maybe we have a
You
disagreement
see
with
it?
them. And so we talk about how to resolve those disagreements, and that's a really important thing that we do.
That's
So
interesting.
you're also a big reader. These days it's mostly
Oh
kids'
my
books,
God,
right?
this is so obvious now. This is not even real. This is why she sounds like a freaking robot. And then look how terrible the reflection is. There is no dark blue book right here. None whatsoever right here. Oh, wow. Because, people are like, oh, it has to be AI. Look, it has a reflection. My AI, when I use it, has a reflection. What are you talking about? So that's weird. This reflection isn't proper. It's not correct. And then if you notice, this is supposed to be black on this green book, and there's an orange book with no black on it. Then we go down into the reflection. That black bleeds over onto the orange book. I need AI for this. Honestly, on one hand, I'm like, I kind of think these people already ran out of the freaking country. like, like there's one thing there for me that I think says that. But also, he's supposed to be in Switzerland. Now, mind you, you could record ahead of time, but he was supposed to be, getting shunned in Switzerland. I mean, she's not allowed to travel, so it would have to be wherever they are. I don't know. But that's the other thing too. Is like when you look here, this is the thing about AI, y'all. It cannot keep up the let's say shift of this. This is supposed to say story time. So this is a S, this is supposed to be a T, that's supposed to be an O, that's supposed to be an R. Look what happens to the Y. Okay? And I was like, okay, this is weird. And then everything is way too touchy. And it's not like that on what the sign's supposed to be. So what I did was I compared this video to a non-him video, right? I went to a different video of one where she, not the astronauts, but another one prior to the astronauts, because I'm like, there's got to be something, there's something different here. And the sign is slightly different. And this should be not something that changes every video because it's supposed to be her logo. I really do wonder if these people did already flee, to be honest. Because this interaction is it's the worst reaction I've ever seen. It's it's on par with Donald and Melania. Like it's as warm as theirs. Yeah. Um, this is interesting. Why use AI on this?
How many books a day do you think you read to our kids?
See, okay, so here comes the softball. How many books a day do you read to our kids?
Disagreements, and that's a really important thing that we do. So you're also a big reader. These days it's mostly kids.
Did you see that hesitation? I knew when I was watching it, I was like, something's off. Oh my goodness. This is wild. Okay. I should have known. Because whenever you hit, it seems like whenever you hit pause on an AI video, the background tends to look like paint. Look at this. Look behind her. Look at this grid, this painting here. The background always starts to look like paint when you hit pause on an AI video. instead of having the depth that it's supposed to be having, now it looks like a painting behind her. That's so weird.
Books, right? That's right.
Yeah, it's either
How many
definitely
books a
wrong.
day do you think you read to our kids? Well, it depends on whether.
Okay, watch this. In case you're like, oh, you're crazy. You're just seeing things. We're going to go back to well. Watch what happens with this flower.
Big reader. These days.
Okay, wait, hold on. This sign gets worse. All right, I got to see a picture of this because that's not an O. And then this loses, it looks better to y'all on video than it actually looks with my eyes because this is getting into AI spelling. And then we lose all the words here. We should be able to make this out at least like this, and we're not. This is weird. Okay, anyway, I'm waiting on him to get to the flowers so you can see.
It's mostly kids' books, right?
Okay, there we go. Watch the flower by his head, and then we're gonna move on.
That's right. Yeah. How many books a day do you think you read to our kids? Well, it depends on whether
You
our
see that
kids are
flower
in a
just
reading mood or not.
dancing? Do you see the flower dancing? Oh gosh. Yeah. I want y'all to see this flower dancing. We're going about 3 seconds. Let's go about 2 more seconds. Okay. So this is at 1 minute 29 seconds.
Day do you think you read to our kids? Well, it depends on whether our kids are in a reading mood or not, as you
See
know.
it?
So,
Wow. Are his eyes blue? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to him. Is his eyes supposed to be blue? I wonder. Anyway, I don't understand why. Maybe it's a filter. I'll give them the credit of it being a filter because maybe she looks really horrible pregnant because you know pregnancy could take your pregnancy takes your good looks and throw them in the garbage. Um, Especially if she's having a girl. Does the number of flags keep changing? One, two, three, four, five. But I don't even see the other flag at all, but that's whatever. We'll just say it's behind that one. Five. I don't know. But anyway, um, this part is where he gets into why he wanted another. She's going to set up the softball question.
right now we have three kids.
This has got it has to be a filter. Like that's what I'm going to give you. Like it might be a filter.
So obviously we have a fourth on the way.
See, introduction to the baby. Pan out. We get her. Okay. Now remember, his book alludes to Erica. No, we should definitely be able to see the other flag. Look how it is now. So here's that flag I couldn't see just then. It's pointing down. So I should have been able to see the flag on the other side of this one. And now look at the stars. Now look at the stars. Wow. Okay. Look at this jumbled mess of stars. They look like a freaking constellation with lines all over it. Why did they AI this? Oh man, why did they AI this? Huh. So if they're going to AI it, then the point is the words are the words. So I didn't watch this whole thing. I only got to this baby part because I knew this was PR about the baby after his what do you call that thing? You just can't understand why they couldn't have this as a real background from all the money they've stolen. They can afford a real background. Yeah, and I mean I won't say it's simple because it's like paper mache and all that stuff, but it's doable. So I'm not understanding why not. They had their own personal money, right? So here's what you needed to hear. Like, this is the part that is being said. See, even the book stack is weird. Hold on. Do you see that? Okay, sometimes the table is sharp, sometimes it's not. But look at this book stack. So are you telling me this book is way heavier than this white one to the point where it leans over the white one? This is weird. Because, see, I'm getting Nancy Reagan vibes. You know, I'm like, is she trying to do the Nancy Reagan reading thing? I'm like, okay, cool, because nobody knows what second ladies do anyway, right? So I think that would be a good rebranding. However, and look at this. No stickers. I should ask a question. Do you think it's AI or not? But if you look here, look at this. See, AI is so bad with detail. Hold on. Let's let this go away. Look at that book. Those are not pages. And all books, like hardcovers, have more cover than it does. All hardcover books, the cover extends beyond the pages. Excuse me. Um, so that's not real either. That's not real either. Anyway, and then look at how the R looks on this. This is not her sign. Her sign doesn't have that R. Her sign doesn't have that Y. I'm gonna show you another video real quick so you can see the difference in the sign. But you see how that R has the line curved into it at the back? That's not what her sign looks like, because I was looking at her sign earlier. Oh man, this is weird. Why would you AI this shit? Anyway, but when you do AI, that means you're writing a script, and the script is the point. So here's the noise.
We're very excited about. But so our 8-year-old likes to read his own stories to himself.
He has the energy face.
And our 6-year-old sometimes wants me to read to him, but he's kind of at an age where he likes to read a lot to himself as well.
And I mean, I know some kids are advanced. See, look, it keeps doing the see-through thing. I know some kids are advanced, but okay, so he's saying the 8-year-old is reading to himself. He's saying the 6-year-old is reading to their self. Themselves. I don't know. I hate grammar. And then this one. Listen to this.
And then our 4-year-old baby girl, she is the big reader, meaning she's the one who always wants me to read her books. So
Oh
this
man.
morning, I think I only read one book.
But you can still see the energy around his
Normally
head.
it's 2 or 3 stories in the morning, and then some stories in the
You
evening
see
as
that
well.
energy going
She
around his
really
hair?
likes to reread her favorite stories. And my view is that once I've
And
read
you
a
see how
story
he's
for
messing
that
up the
day,
flower?
I don't want to read it again, or else it gets very boring.
Look at
So
all that
I will
energy
always
around
be
his
trying
head.
to read new books, and Mira will always be trying to get me to read the same exact story again and again and again. Now Mira's reading story.
Okay. So 6-year-olds reading books all by themselves. Like it happens. But now we got to hear about this baby, because here comes her other softball.
Stories to you. Are you feeling a little bit sad about that? Now Mira's reading stories to you. Are you feeling a little bit sad about that?
Now that the 4-year-old is reading a story to you, are you feeling sad about that? That's so weird. But here comes the answer.
I am. So, you, of course, are very into teaching our kids how to read.
Oh my God, his eye is moving. Watch. Look at his eye. And I don't mean moving like eye movement. I mean moving like glitchy.
You, of course, are very into teaching our kids how to read, which
You
is very
saw it?
cool, and I'm very excited about. But the downside of it is that the more advanced they get, the less that they want mom and dad to read to them. Well, luckily, there's going to be a new baby for you to read to. So.
See, and then that's the setup. Well, luckily, there's going to be a new baby for you to read to. All right.
You have many more years ahead of you.
Then she just glitched. I wonder how long these segments are that they're doing with the AI. Watch her glitch.
For you to read to. So you have many more years ahead of you, right? That's right. That's right.
That's weird, bro. Okay, I don't know why they did it, but there's the baby question set up. Because like I said, the whole thing about Erica and the love triangle and whatever. So he's like, this is why we made this baby because our 4-year-old is reading stories to me. Like, okay, maybe this is covered for him to meet somebody important. Oh, her stomach being on display. Another reason for her stomach to be on display with this perfectly round belly is because people were suspecting she had a fake belly on and that she, if they are pregnant, she actually had a surrogate. I don't know. I don't really get into people's beds. But I think that's why they're just displaying this. Plus, she's completely still. And it's like, I can understand. I'm sorry, there's something got in my throat and I was trying to drink past it. I can understand, like, if you're meeting with somebody strange, new, whatever. These books are giving it away. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the book shadows. Book reflections. So, if you're meeting with somebody strange new, you might be like stiff and hey. Um, but if you are with your husband, like you can relax a little bit. And it looks like she's relaxed. However, her entire body doesn't move. And that's strange. We're humans. We can't stay in the same place. And when we talk, I'm sorry, the chairs are catching me. When we talk with, oh my God, this is so damn AI. I don't understand why though, unless I'm wondering, is it because they ran? Um, is it because he needed something really quickly for his rebrand? Let's get into it. Uh,
That's why I so desperately wanted to have a fourth baby.
oh, there we go. I forgot that line. So,
Right, that's why I so
hold
desperately
on.
wanted
Let's
to
finish the line.
read to them. Well, luckily there's going to be a new baby for you to read to, so you have many more years ahead of you, right? That's right. That's right. That's why I so desperately wanted to have a fourth baby, is because I was sick of my kids growing up, and I was not yet ready to be out of the baby phase. So here we are, about to jump right in just a few short weeks.
Why did they do AI? Like, even his mouth is weird. Okay, I'm going to show you another video. I'm not sure if it's real now that I'm looking at it, but we're going to look at it. This is from 4 weeks ago. And so this is her meeting with a veteran. So this should be good, right? I didn't look at the astronaut one because of the propaganda and the AI that the White House did with the allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Because they didn't do that in the White House. They didn't. Yeah, she has no baby anything. Her ankle wasn't swollen. Like, I'm looking at her, but then again, I don't know how skinny she was. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it a filter? Because that's possible. Um, but let's look at this non JD one.
I think we owe our country some.
Okay, so this is some veteran guy. I don't remember his name. Derek or something. I don't know. We still have the situation with this book. That's just weird, though. I don't know. And we actually do still have the situation with that book. Okay. And I can't, I think I think this reflection looks better. It looks a little bit more plausible. So there's the white one, there's the dark blue one. I mean, the light one doesn't show up, but whatever. It's a little bit more plausible. Um, anyway, let's go back a little bit Because there was her sign next to her that I wanted to. It's not next to her. Okay. Now notice she's wearing like a same similar color. That was another thing that got me looking. I'm like, do you only wear one color? But I think it's her brand color. So I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna worry about that. Um,
Another episode of Storytime with the Second Lady. I hope you're.
you see that? Oh my god. I'm like, are you just being stiff? Are you just, I don't know.
As excited as I am to enjoy another book today, because when we read, we grow.
Oh, that's what caught me. Did y'all see it when she said go, grow? Watch this. This part caught me. I was like, why would you leave your mouth like that? Because it's one thing to be nervous, you know. She's not Katie, who likes to be in the limelight, you know. So I thought maybe she's just not made for this. It's, it's throwing me.
I am to enjoy another book today.
Oh my god. I'm like, is it my internet?
I hope you're as excited as I am to enjoy another book today, because when we read, we grow.
You see how her mouth stayed on grow? Like, you would have let that go. When we read, we grow.
Because when we read, we grow. Today,
And then you see how it went back unnaturally? Oh my god. Why? I don't know. Why? 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 I don't understand the point of this. Unless they're already gone. Maybe she's home in India.
you're as excited as I am to enjoy another book today, because when we read, we grow. Today is a special day. It's Memorial Day.
Okay, then we talk about Memorial Day.
Today's special reader is a United States Marine, Sergeant
That's a weird smile.
United States Marine, Sergeant Dakota Meyer. Dakota was very brave and was awarded the Medal of Honor for his service in Afghanistan.
I don't understand. Because there he is. In his Texarkana boots and stuff. You know, I didn't look at these videos closely. I was just trying to see if it was a comparison to the other one, but this is strange too. Anyway,
That's something very special. The Medal of Honor is the highest honor.
and if you're talking to a child, you might not be Miss Rachel, but you're not going to be Miss Telephone Operator either, I would think.
That anyone in the military can get.
Now, did you notice none of her body moves? Okay, so we're on this total side thing. None of her body is moving. There's like, I'm like, she's pregnant. Is the baby on her lungs? Like, wouldn't she? I don't know. Everybody has a different pregnancy experience, but this is weird.
For his service in Afghanistan. That's something very special.
No, the
The
breathing is.
Medal of Honor is the highest honor that anyone in the military can get. Sergeant Meyer, welcome today, and thank you for your service.
Thank you for having me.
So, did you dream of being a Marine when you were a kid?
No movement. No movement.
I didn't know much about the military. I grew up on a farm.
See, he's moving up and down.
One day, just an opportunity, a recruiter was sitting inside of my lunchroom.
So, what did he say that made you want to join?
It was about just 9/11, right? Like remembering how the country felt and being able to take up for people. I don't think we owe our country nothing.
I don't know.
We owe our country something, and so that was my way.
And then what he said,
I don't think
what he said was definitely, this is a propaganda platform. Yeah. Yeah, something is up with this. Because that's a propaganda platform. Because I just watched his book do the energy wave thing too, which is
I
weird.
don't think we owe our country nothing. I think we owe our country something, and so that was my way of.
Yeah, look at this. Look at the shadow on his hand. And then look how it looks like a painting. When you hit pause on these things tend to look like a painting. But let me back it up so you can see that part.
For people, I don't think we owe our country nothing. I think we owe our country something, and so that was my way of being able to give our country something.
So, did you go to boot camp right after
This is
high school
weird.
graduation?
I did. I went to boot camp when I was 17 years old. the states. So
He's got the energy waves all around his head too.
but,
It's weird.
the way that
Like I said, if she's wearing a filter because she's pregnant and maybe she looks bad because pregnancy does rot. No, the book changed. Y'all, the book shadow changed. Wait, wait, hold on. The book shadow changed. Remember I was talking about the book shadow and I was like, yeah, the book shadow looks good. I mean, reflection. Because I'm like, yeah, you know, there's this one. Now look at how big that black blob is on that book. Hold on. So that's 1 minute, 38 seconds. Let me go back to, I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to pause so you can see the difference of the book. Do, 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 do. Okay. Is this the one? Oh, I'm too close to where I was before. Where is the original opener?
Story time with the second lady. I hope you're as excited as I am to enjoy another book today.
Hold on.
Because when we read, we grow. Today is a special day. It's Memorial Day. Memorial Day is
Okay, I'm just trying to get to where I saw the
military
thing.
who sacrificed their lives
I'm
fighting
sorry.
for our country in wars around the globe. Today's special reader is a United States Marine, Sergeant Dakota Meyer. Dakota was very brave and was awarded the Medal of Honor for
It's
his
just not how you
service in
talk to
Afghanistan.
kids. Okay, there we go. So it was 144. So there it is at 144. I don't think I paid attention to this green book. That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, is she looking bad? Because, you know, pregnancy isn't kind to everybody, to the majority of people. But anyway, so this is the book shadow at book reflection at 44 seconds. Then we're going to go back to 138. I might have just missed this last time. Wait, no, it did change. Okay, look at this black spot on this book. I'm going to go back to 44. See it? It's more square, even though it's too big, but it's more square. And then look at 138. 138. 44 seconds and then 138. Look at it. It became like a blob. Same shadow. It shouldn't have changed. I'm sure these other books look different too. I'm not going to get into that. I don't know what's going on. Maybe she looks bad as a pregnant woman, and that could be the thing. But if you're listening to what they're saying, it's heavy propaganda. So, like, for instance, okay, I'm not going to get into it. But, like, what he just said here about my country don't owe me anything. And, you know, it's that kind of languaging, that kind of talk that is interesting.
our military has an ability to build people up and
He's glitching.
to put you through tests and trials and tribulation in order to build your confidence at the end of it, to be able to build you up to be somebody who can take on those things and face those things. You know, it was something that was, incredible.
Okay. I'm going to show you one more thing and then we're going to get to the reading on this. But that square pixelation I was talking about. So I did not block their channel, so I'm going to go back to it. Let's see if I can see the China stuff. China. Was it live? And then they keep showing AI videos and AI cartoons on their channel. I'm like, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. When was China? When was China? How long ago was that? Okay. A month ago already. All right. So where's his arrival? Did they take that video off? He participates in greeting with the press. Um, okay, that was live streamed. So maybe it's a regular video. Let me see. And then if I can't see it, then we'll just move on. But I want to see if I can show you the pixelation I'm talking about. Da, da, da. 4 weeks ago. I don't know how people look at these videos and go, he looks the same. He does not look the same. Okay, perfect. Found it. All right, so this is a video. Hold on. Let me get you off. Let me get you off. Okay. So this was a month ago. Let me back you up a little bit. Alrighty. So supposedly, I don't know what this plane is, but and there's a couple of things to mention. First of all, you don't put the line of secession on the same plane, so that's a problem. They arrived in one plane. Not only was it the line of secession, but it was also CEOs, all on one plane. That does not happen. The head guy and his some of his cabinet members usually go on one plane with his family, and then the other plane would be the other people. That didn't happen in this thing. And if you're going to an enemy's house, because you know he's made China the enemy, if you're going to an enemy's house, then why would you give them the opportunity to take all of y'all out in one go? I don't understand. Anyway, obviously we can't read anything on here, but we'll just chalk that up to Zoom. But the other thing too, and they have to start waving the flag. Was it during this one? Oh no, I think it's his arrival because there's supposed to be some flag girls. But look at this. They all blend into each other. They're not even distinguishable. They're not different. Um, and then if you look over here, look at that. They all look exactly the same. And no, all Chinese people do not look exactly the same. We even have these people getting smeared. So again, I don't understand the point. Look how smeared they are. And that's the other thing too. This doesn't do depth well. AI just does not do depth well. But anyway, is this the one? Oh, there are flags. Okay. Um, I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Let me see. Is it on this one or the arrival? I think it's the arrival. Oh no, it was this. I just caught it. All right, so look there. And by there, I'm talking about these people right here. See it? See it? See it? It is not what you think it is. This didn't happen either. This didn't happen either. This didn't happen either. This is also not a real thing. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And it's weird as hell that all these leaders, like, what's the game? And this is the part where I go, it's Truman Show. It's just the Truman Show. It's the Truman Show. So, again, like when you watch them do their thing, it's, we are not in 1967. We're not in 1967. It should be clear. It should be clear. Yeah, it just. And so we like to pretend that this guy actually exists, and he doesn't, you guys. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. He does not. Who is benefiting from this? Glitch, glitch. Did you catch the glitch? Who's benefiting from this? But wait, hold on. I want to get the other glitch where he's walking. There it is. See it? Look at all that energy, all that glitchy. You can't tell me China's in 2033 with their technology and this is what we got. No, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. So who benefits from this? Anyway, that's the China trip. The one that didn't happen. And all they're doing is making this guy look foolish. I don't have sympathy for him, but this is elder abuse. But he's not here, so therefore, is it really? But it is, because you're destroying his, I was going to say destroying his name, but not really. They're doing all this stuff, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, under his name. And they don't get in trouble. He does. And so when you pay attention to who actually went on that trip, now you know who's it's benefiting for them to keep this game up because nobody else is talking about it. Not even the journalists who I know have noticed. Because I'm the most oblivious person. It's just when my spirit started saying, hey, something's not right about this. That's when I went, wait, is that AI? And it's been on ever since. Um, so just another quick example of what's on here that is, hey, this is AI. So now we can read it, right? But here's the thing. Again, being that this is of the highest quality H2O, all the letters should be the same. They should be all the same font, all of that. This E is not that E, is not that E. Because if you look, this little thing here, little nub stub, is different from this E. So all four of the big E's, 4, 5, 5, and it's different within the same word. So all five of the big E's are different. And those always give it away because there's just too much detail to it. We can't read the or of, but somehow we can kind of read that one. That's weird. These, it never gets because it's just way too detailed. So, anyway, I'm just saying. These countries are playing with us as well, allegedly. So, yeah. But if you like really watch this video, say on your own phone or whatever, you'll see all the glitches. All the glitches. And might I add, he hugged Macron, or Macron hugged him. You ain't never seen that man do that. Ever seen that man do that. So, there's no hugging. And it was like a you my bro kind of hug when he has had an antagonistic, I'm the top dog personality with Macron in 1.0 forward. All right, so as we were saying, getting back to this Usha thing, the Queen of Swords is what came out. So this is it is a protective thing. That's the word that's standing out for me here. Is there is something to deal with protection, but the energy underneath this is again sitting at the devil and the hermit, and like I said, they're both big energy. Yeah, I can't show you the square pixelation on this. I think it might have been the one where he arrives, because I think that was at night. Anyway, and you can see the square pixelation all over the place. But anyway, so this is, oh, okay. So this devil energy is feeling trapped, right? And then we have this hermit. And it's interesting because we've gotten the hermit for, I think, Shady before. I had to give her a bra. So this protection energy is the trapped and the hermit. All right, let's look at this. I want to look at her show first before I get into the marriage. What's up with this show? What's up with the show? What is up with this, whatever that thing, story time show that she has? Da, da, da. Oh, interesting. Well, okay. Let me move my table back so that you guys can see it on replay. Again, about the replays, I don't know what's happening. Chalk it up to Mercury retrograde. This has never happened until this week, where my replays are taking forever to be posted. Hopefully, y'all see yesterday's in the morning. It still exists. So if you click the link that I gave you, you'll be able to see it. All right. So this is very interesting because the card that hit the table is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Again, it's a story time show. And so this is like the book. In my other deck, this is considered a book because it's supposed to be about learning, right? But this is everything but. Um, so if we're going to go with this Queen of Swords energy, meaning that she was trying to protect and save something by letting them use her likeness or what have you, this Page of Pentacles here, one of the first words on here is lost job or financial loss. So now normally Shady is a Page of Wands for us. They keep calling for him to get fired, right? Oh, chills. Here we go. Here we go. Because here's the thing. Oh my God, did y'all see that Bill got fired? The real estate guy who was not DNI material? Who called that? We did. Okay, anyway. Because the tower came out, y'all. The tower is the energy behind this Page of Pentacles. So if I'm going with this lost job, financial loss. Oh, you are right, Dawn. It could help sew it up. So, okay, now I need to know what else he talked about. I'll have to read the transcript and see because I don't want to watch that show. Because it looks like he must be answering different things. So I'm gonna have to look and see what the transcript says. But here's the thing. So the tower though is the energy behind this. So if I go back to that energy of the Queen of Swords, of this protective energy, and honestly, when I looked at the protective, I'm like, protecting what? Are you protecting him, thereby protecting your family? Like, are you protecting them by showing up because you're being told to? You know, because, and I say that given that I just got a flash and it's from Cross. You brought me back to Cross. You brought me back to Cross. Cross season 2. I'm telling y'all, watch that show. Because it deals with island stuff. It's good. I, it, ooh, that opening 5 or 10 minutes. Whoa. It was definitely fantasy. But man, if it was a reality. Whoa. But the part that it brings me to in this was when a person was being forced to go to the bank, or I'm sorry, a person in the bank was being forced to hand over stuff because her family was being threatened. And so they would call the family on FaceTime so she could see that the other guy was still there with her family and he's pretending to be a friend. He's like, "Oh, this is great. Show me your painting again," as her two kids are there. Um, and the husband too, but the husband, the guy was ready to pop him off if he, like, pop him if he made a move. So everybody's trying to play like it's cool. Meanwhile, the wife who works in the bank is having to commit a crime in order to protect her family. So that, when I said protecting who, I got a flash of Cross. I got a flash of the woman holding the gun to the other woman's head. And that was like, whoa. Is that what we're talking about? Are we talking about protection from the G-Mint? I have to watch my words, y'all, but fill in all the other letters. The G meant. Okay? So, is that what's happening? Because, okay, so like I said, the tower is here, and so is justice in reverse. I see a couple things here that are peeking out. First, oh, I gotta get my jacket because I'm like chills and the cold air is like two things. All right, so the justice is in reverse, and the pentacles, seven of pentacles, and that's normally something long awaited. However, I got the sun also. Oh, and then right under that is the king of wands. Oh, and right under that is the four of wands. Okay, so this is a media thing, right? I equate king of wands with media because we normally go with Rupert in this case. Oh yeah, because him and Rupert were buddies last summer. Now, these words are standing out to me, so I'm going to pull this up too. Oh, that's the chariot in reverse. That is five freaking majors on this deck. The halls with boughs of holly. There's another one that just peeked out, and that is judgment. Okay. I think y'all can see this on the replay. I don't know if y'all can see it here because the words are in the way for me. So I'm not sure if it is for you. But we now have six major arcana. Hold on. Seven. Because there's the lovers in reverse. Interesting. Okay. All this behind Page of Pentacles. That's interesting. So if this is, I'm kind of gonna go lost job as a whole thing. Because his job is obviously being threatened. But I don't think that's the only thing being threatened. Because she's in mama's energy right now. That Queen of Sword energy. So this is her moving, trying to protect. Oh, also he's lost his benefactor. So that makes sense too. And sometimes when we get the tower, we've gotten that around the firings. So this feels very much like trying to save his job. Because of this media thing. The media thing's coming out. They're judging him in the media. That's interesting. There's a word on here too, which is spiritual calling. So if y'all see it, it's like raise the dead. No, but also it feels like spiritual calling. Speaking of raising the dead, oh, I saw Disclosure Day. We're going to have to do a live stream chat where we talk about it. So I'm going to give y'all another week to watch it, and then we're going to do a disclosure day chat because I need to talk. Okay. Anyway, so at the bottom here, it says spiritual calling. That's interesting. And I felt the need to look at that. So that's a really interesting thing here. Again, with the the chariot, I'm getting, it says, lack of control. So he doesn't have control over his life. Did you see it, Jen? And then there's the self doubt, and then there's the loss. So we got two losses here. And the sun is talking about, while it's joy and celebration and success, it's also revelation. Things done in the dark will come to the light. And right behind this, what's the thing that's going to come to the light? Could it possibly be that the guy is no longer here? Okay, girl, you got a week. You got a week. I need to talk about it. All right. So, signaling coding messages involved. That's what I'm wondering, Jen, because what is she protecting? Right? And so here we have the Four Swords, which is, like rest and recuperation and healing and taking a break. That's usually what it is. But also, this person looks like he's kind of like dead, and the sun's in his face. So, is it possible this is getting ready to come out or be revealed? Like, hey, he's gone. Finally, finally revealed because he's bit. Oh, he, if you don't, okay, check my shorts. Eat my shorts. No, check my shorts. I talked about this way back in December. Not here. So, are we finally going to shed a light on that truth? Possibly, because what we've been watching with him and with Narco, Coolio, is a campaign. They have been both campaigning. And it's real mean girl energy. We're in the situation room about his dad. Oh my God. Dawn, that. Why did I not connect that? Why did I not connect that? Not his death at the time, right? The September one. That would have been his incapacitation. Holy shit. Hi, 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 hi. It feels like the files are such a metaphor. I'm chilling, Jen. Like you see, it robbed me of everything I was about to say next. Click. Scratch that. First of all, kinda, because Maggie and that guy, I need to read on them. Maggie and that guy, I have to read on them. Was it Maggie and Jake? I got to read on them. Something's interesting about those two, right? The book writers who are leaking articles strategically, and not just for marketing, strategically. Oh, what's after the King of Wands? The Hermit. This was to paint this guy as having an introspective moment. It's been trying to make him look good. Ooh, because the star is gone. And there she is again. There she is again, separating him from the devil. Literally, she's literally in the way between him and the news about that. She is rehabilitating his brand because right behind this, there he is. I told you she was in the way. Look, because right behind this is hidden agenda, and then boom, shady, shady. I'm getting that Hamilton again. Be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. All right, it's telling me go to the room. We're going to the room because there's my Ten of Cups card where we can't sit at the table anymore. We're not a group. We're not a family. We are disjointed. And here's my dream card where they misabused their power and didn't use the wand to let us know he was gone. Because I promise you, I strongly believe my dream because I had two premonition dreams that same night. And one of them came true by the end of the week. And I think the other one did too. So, and they were supposed to use the wand in my dream to say, hey, y'all, he's gone. And so the wand would have been the news, the internet, the media, and say, he's gone. We're doing the secession. But they didn't do that. They went after Venezuela instead for the oil company. They're like, let's hurry up and get this done. And then all the domestic stuff messed up a lot of shit. The domestic stuff, as in Christy and Steven and Alex and Renee. That stuff. So I think this is what we're talking about. That they're finally going to say, hey, he's gone. Time for secession. So she's campaigning and he's campaigning for his levitation into the spot. I don't know why he wants it. Because I'm pretty sure they would. Him. There's injustice here, though. And the tower. Oh, okay. Because they're trying to steal his job. He's supposed to be number two. Why are we even questioning this? That makes sense why number two is there. Where did number two go? I don't know. I think I put it away. I think it was on the other one when I had her reading out. Exactly. This is why that came out, because they're taking his job. I want to be in a room where it happens. Y'all, so many majors. The manipulation behind the lovers that are broken up. And then the Knight of Swords. Is this the sweep? I didn't see the King of Cups, so I don't know if that's the sweep. Because right behind that, from the Knight to the Ten of Swords. Interesting. There's the Queen of Cups, but it was behind the King of Pentacles. So, and then there's the King of Cups. Okay. I don't know. Let's go to the room. We're going into the room. We're about to go into the sit room and see what that September meeting was about, because I get that it happened in September. No, the release happened in September. Yeah, because that AI stuff that they put out was very haphazard. So these are multiple meetings about when this is. Am I using these? Nope. What am I using? Yeah. All right, cool. Hold on. Gonna be in the room where it happens. The room where it happens. The room where it happens. Darn, girl. When I say that resonated so hard, oh my Lanta. Oh my Lanta. Oh my Lanta. Listen, you know, those there's the table, there's the death. Y'all see me doing this. Not, I mean, swords are fast energy, so Knight of Swords again. They're not the only ones who know. What the hell does... I'm telling you, Maggie them, there's something there about these darn two people. And they haven't dropped the bomb yet. Girl, it hit me like that when you said it. I was like, what was I about to say next? Nothing. Because what? Cause what? What else Maggie them gotta say? Cause Maggie them know some shit. All right. Hold. There's some big energy and some strange messaging coming out here. We're on the money. That Ace of Pentacles is a big ass yes. You're gonna be in a room where it happens. Ooh, child. King of Cups. That's twice now in reverse, though. They're trying to circumvent this. That's why. They've got to choose a successor soon to, like, knock out people caring about what happened. At least that's what they think. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Especially if they don't follow the succession plan. Like, it's supposed to be JD. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants him. But it's supposed to be him. But I don't know. Because if they make the wrong move, which they're trying to do, that's the chariot. Those are the uniforms. The special ones. I'm gonna be in the room where it happens. The room where it happens. Stuck manipulating. Room where it happens. These messagings won't go away. Okay. Make sure it's not on the bottom. All right. Okay. Let's talk about that situation room. Put me in the room, please. What were we talking about? Put me in the room, please. Please put me in the room. What were we talking about? So we have Shady. We have Blondie on the phone. We have Cash on the phone. I hate this D word, but I'm going to use it. Distraction was definitely a thing here. Because as I was envisioning what they were talking about, Charlie came up and they said, we need a distraction. That's why Air Force Two was ready to get him. That's why the AI was ready to say the things it said. Girl, look at all these dots. This is another big yes. Legacy, different files, lots of AI, decisions being made, huge, irreparable decision, not irreparable. Yeah, right? That means non-repairable decision making. Yeah, she does have one. Because I was watching her Jon Stewart, her and Jake. I was just watching her. I wonder if she's a Queen of Cups because she knows the tea for real. This is a teacup. She does. He didn't like her. And she's very tight lipped. She's extremely tight lipped. And I think it's to keep her. She knows a lot of shit though. And some of it, she wishes she didn't know. So she's trying to decide, what do I share? What do I share? She's got the power. So what will she share? Wait, that's the wand. Does she know? Because if you were supposed to... King of Pentacles. I think this is the other media mogul. You know, the one who went to space in a blue thing. Because in the negative, it's my boy Cottontail. I think this is Bozo's manipulation. Who owns the NYT? It's weird thing about her. They always, yeah. They're gonna be in the room where it happens. All right. So we have that. I'm getting chills, man. So I named him. Okay, so the other guy, the guys we just learned about, the council guy, I don't remember his name. What's his name? Um, Warrington. Okay. And then there's the Woodward guy. Then there's the Budowick guy. And then there's Chung. And then there was Caroline, who would need to know. I was wondering why she was there. I mean, I know she's the mouthpiece, but I'm like, if you're having a situation room type of thing, why would she be there? You just tell her what to say. And Susie was there. That would explain why Blanching Todd came up with this. None of your family can be persecuted or investigated. The fuck do y'all know? Ew. What a name. I don't know who that is. I don't think we've ever looked at that person. Hold on. I'm getting something about the Suns. Hold on, but I want to look at this guy. Olchez. Because Olchez tends to play the game. Wait, you mean Ox? Ochs? That's the original guy. Is his son also named that? He was born in 1858. He's a former owner. I typed in that name and I don't have it. Right. The thing about what Ashley said about the. Y'all, did you hear? Somebody put it out there and I was like, wait. She said, one of these videos, with one of the girls with a big platform, she said one of the influencers put out that Candy had bid it. But Candy just announced today that she is embargoed. So the girl, the blonde chick who talks really slow, she speculated that if these influencers have pre documents, and the girl saying she was hacked, a thing that's really going to happen and was posted too early. So now it's like head on a swivel because if it does happen, then we know it is, right? Ox. That's how you pronounce his name. Ox. But I don't see an old Ches. Who owns it now? I'm going to be in the mood where it happens. Queen of Wands. Y'all know that is Candy. That's Candy. Five of Swords. They are coming after her, y'all. They're coming after her and they're giving people a script. I think that script was real. Because here's the manipulation, the magician, the manipulator, and the Seven of Pentacles. They've been cooking this shit a long time. Y'all, I think they are coming after her. And who's coming after her? Guess what's poking out? The government. Chilling. Oh my God. Candy, you in trouble, girl. You getting too close. She's getting too close. And now mine killing a black girl. And supposedly she's married to a Rothschild. It's owned by the New York Times Company, a publicly traded organization. However, voting control is held by the Ox and the Sulzberger. Who is Sulzberger? Who is Sulzberger? A.G. Sulzberger. Where does the Soulsburger part come in? What kind of last name is Soulsburger? Is that another J last name? Mm-mm-mm-mm. It is. The guy, Ox, is a J man. That explains why some of your news is not news, but a kiss ass story. Dun, 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 dun. M-I-C-K. Why am I singing Mickey Mouse? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Why am I singing Mickey Mouse Club? What the hell is going on with Mickey Mouse Club? Do y'all have anything to do with that? Wait, is Adolf German? Oh, he is. German Jewish. Okay, so he is a J man. The guy who started Inward Times is a J man. So obviously the people keeping it up are still J people. But they're the German version, which, by the way, is what I think the rest of them are. Like they're not the actual people of that place. And it's where I think the N word actually comes from. Because they tried to say it comes from this word and it gave an example of the word. I mean, what the word is, it's supposed to come from. I'm like, y'all didn't get that from that. Y'all got that from that version of J man. There's several types of J people. I'm just saying that just to avoid censors, not because I talk like that for real. Yeah, but the Soulsburg, that part, I gonna say I probably look up later, but my computer's yelling at me like, okay, girl, I didn't know we were looking stuff up today, girl. Get off, girl. Okay. Anyway, so it's probably the Zon that's running it too hard. All right. But why am I singing the Disney? Oh, that's what I was trying to see. If there was a connection between Soulsburg and Disney. Soulsburg, Disney. I think there is. There is. Is it? Apparently, there was a hostile takeover try. I don't know if it's with them because I can't read it. Will Bob Iger's mega merger turn Disney into a monster? Mega merger with whom? Bennett versus AG and Disney drama. What the heck is that about? This was 2023. Hold on. There's something here. Dun, 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 dun. MICKEYMOUSE. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, in tonight's email news and notes on the Timesian melodrama, public battle with A.G. Sulzberg, who's the publisher of NYT, prefers trouble in the kingdom. All right, so that has nothing to do with NYT. What merger? Those are the Pearl Mutters. I don't need any more stretch of adding more people to my list of evil people. Okay, interesting. Hold on. Iger was suitably Los LA's. Um, oh, this is when they bought 21st Century Fox. His de facto courtship of Rupert Murdoch. This is when Iger did that. It would surely take time, especially given DT's surprisingly activist Justice Department antitrust division, which even blocked a small potatoes purchase of. So is Disney about to go back after? No, the Fox thing happened. What year was this? 2017. Why are you telling me Disney? Were they on the Mickey Mouse Club? Huh. What's the connection to the Mickey Mouse Club? I'm stuck, you guys. Hold on. The junk you shovel onto YouTube and Facebook. What we do as journalists is fill a void. Content is cheap, and that's why the internet has gravitated to it in a marketplace of shrinking margins. A.G. Sulzberg, New York Times. That was written in the Disney Roller Girl. I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's a fashion blog. Okay, that doesn't matter. There's something with the Mickey Mouse Club. I don't know if it's another place to harvest children or what. I don't know if it has anything to do with the ox. Let me see, ox and Disney. Mickey Mouse. There's something with the club, because that's the Mickey Mouse Club song. I grew up on that. I love Mickey Mouse Club. Ladybug, girl, we are lost. That's all I can say. We're lost. Um, it's a side quest. I don't know what this is about, and I don't see why. Salzburg. Let me try. Because I'm all of a sudden get the Disney Mickey Mouse Club song. The old one. No, that's a new one. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting it. Warner Brothers Michael Ox. Was he related to the Adolf people? That's a last name I've never heard of before. So I think we're stuck in this. This is going to be for somebody to do that's better than me right now because I don't have the patience for that. But I feel like there's a connection here between Salzburg, Ox, whatever, and the Disney something. Maybe it has something to do with the stars. I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone for right now because that's taking me over there. Wait, the Salzburg, there's a city literally called Salzburg, Germany. I wonder if they hail from there because they're German Jews. All right, I'm off of it. I won't worry about it right now. Ow, because my hand, my foot, like whatever, my leg. Okay. Discussion about turning Disney into a monster often contrasts Disney's mega mergers against the standalone, family owned model of an NYT. So is it because you fought Disney? Or is Disney about to buy the NY Times by force? I don't know. Commentators point out that the Sulzberg family continues to maintain creative and editorial control of the NY Times, where legacy film and entertainment studios have shifted towards mass commercialism. There's something there. I just don't know what the there is, but there's something there. I'm going to back away from that because I have no idea where it's going. I'm not going to worry about that right now. What I am seeing, um, what was this? Uh, what was I looking up? Because there he is again. What was I looking up? Something about Usha. I can't remember. Oh, that it was the G. Oh no, this was Candy stuff that fell out. Yeah, because Candy, Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, Candy's in trouble because it looks like they're trying to end her world before she lets everything out. She's too close. I'm getting chills again. That's what that is. Okay, she's just way too close. Dawn, I don't know how we got here either. I don't know. We're gonna drop it. I'm sure there's something there that connects to something else. I don't know. The Secret Society, I think there's something there because it's specifically the Mickey Mouse Club, not necessarily Disney. So I'm like, there's children there. That was children. I don't know. So I'm going to leave it alone because I don't know where we're going with that. But with the quick little reading that just fell out for Candy, and it's funny because I did have her down on something to read on. I will say that that influencer's mistake in talking about her death is definitely not handlers. It's definitely somebody in the law and somebody with money. They're connecting to these influencers, and that was one of the messages. I think Candy was in trouble. This probably just bought her a pause on whatever they were planning to do to her. So I'll just write down Candy for a second and come back to her in a bit. And I don't mean to say Candy because I know we got a Candy in our community, but I just don't want something to come up real. Anyway, so we were looking into Usha. What was Usha doing? Situation Room. That's what we're looking into. I want to be in the room where it happens. All right. Where it happens. Am I just picking cards? Okay. What's going on? What went down in that Situation Room? What were they discussing? What were they really discussing? You want to know what just came out? You'll never believe it just fell out. What card is this? What were they discussing? Now, this is before it happened. Okay, this was the incapacitation time. All right, it didn't happen until December, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just spiritually gifted, intuitive, and receive messages, including premonition dreams. But y'all, don't take me for whatever. Dawn was correct. Dawn was majorly correct because the Four of Wands is the WH card. How do we preserve the WH when this guy is knocking on the door? And we're not talking about right now, y'all. This is last year when we were sitting in a room where it happens. Because it's happened. It's already happened. Everything we've been watching is Truman Show. Okay? It's Truman Show. Yeah, Don, I'm going to listen to that, to be honest, because it's kind of weird. Um, but that quick reading that fell out validates what that blonde chick said, that the message was put out early, but the message was going to be correct. And we'll leave it at that. So, bet it is. Now, remember when I did drop in for a second, like it was a brief second, but I heard we need a distraction. Guess what? We got one. What's the distraction? Seven of chariot card. This reads two ways. I'm going to say two ways because, and the only reason I have the second way now is because of the card that's right under this. And the card that's right under this is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands card for me tends to be Petey Poo, Keg's breath. He's such a failure, right? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So what happened as the beginning of September happened? That's when we got our first boat. So way number one to read this is the deployment of the uniforms by this guy. Okay, this is accurate. This is very accurate. Here's why. I also remembered that September was the month that Petey Poo spent $90 million. Let me check. But I think this is when he spent $90 million, when he bought lobster dinners for people that were getting deployed. Spent 90 million in 1 month. September. Do you remember? Yeah. Okay. They spent nearly 9 million on Alaskan king crab and lobster tails. And from what I learned from the uniforms, you get a crab and steak dinner when they're sending you out. And if y'all remember what was going around on social media early February and in January, all of a sudden people were posting their crab legs and stuff. And people were like, oh my God, the uniforms are eating well. But then the uniforms who have been there before chimed in on the comments and said, that means they're getting ready to be deployed. Basically like a last meal. So in September, the five-sided shape spent 9 million in Alaskan king crab and lobster tails. Okay. Whoo, child, the stuff we are going on here. All right. Okay, we started with Oosh, never made it all the way through. Then we ended up on a quick trip to Candyland. We're going to skip right over the Mickey Mouse Club because what? I don't know. And now we have ended up in the Situation Room. Drama. Okay. So, this way I can remember what to put on the thing. Yeah, you got chills on that spending, right? So 9 million on the crab legs and lobster tails, 200 million in furniture. This feels like money laundering. 5.3 million in Apple devices. What devices? What devices would the military be buying? Because I strongly doubt we're talking phones. Just some of the expenditures that added up to a record. Oh, I'm sorry. I said million in a month. No, baby. 93 billion spent in 1 month. No WAR. 93 billion spent in 1 month. So now let's get back to the situation room. They needed a distraction. I think Vinny and the phishing scandal we went through for the end of 2025, the last quarter of 2025, that was part of the distraction, right? Peace through strength. Every time they say it, I'm like, do you know how stupid you sound? Peace through strength. Okay, baby. That's like submission through hitting. That's like sex through force. It's the same vibe. It's the same vibe. Um, that's one distraction, right? So that's one way of reading. And I think that's an accurate way because, like I said, the dumb one showed up, Six of Wands. And then the use of the chariot, which is our uniforms. Now, the second way of reading this, and this backs me up here, is Charlie, who could not leave, who could not have his personal transformation, who had to be cut short. I think this is both ways of reading. So, and then there was the case of the book, right? So we have three things going on in the Situation Room. They didn't meet for that book. They met because that guy was at the door. That's what they met about. And they kept meeting, of course. But this was one of the initial, we got to go in the room for this one. Damn, Don. You really like clarity. Wow. Thank you. Because I also noticed here we're getting henna, right? So not a real tattoo. This is something temporary, which is what this was supposed to be. How do we do this temporarily? How do we not let people know what's going on? How do we cover for this temporarily? That's what it was supposed to be. We'll do a distraction. Well, things didn't go according to plan for any of it. Because the other thing that stood out too was in September, there was the Quantico thing. If y'all remember, that's when we got all the generals on the 29th. In September, on the 29th. All the generals, we got them together. Okay. What they did not expect was a couple of things. One, people pushing back. The guardrails actually holding up on some things. I don't know what guardrails held up. I can't remember that far back anymore. But something stood up that was like, where you are. So things did not go according to plan. So then they had to get creative. And these dumbasses Destroyed the East Wing. Oh, they got in their little magic tricks. Destroyed the East Wing. It did not go well. Hidden agendas that came out, right? How asbestos is causing people to have cancer around the place, or starting to. I mean, honestly, at the time, I think Shady wanted the spot badly, because it definitely was a priorities thing. Okay, so, oh my God. So that's part one of the situation part. What am I right about? Because I think we're a little bit delayed here. So part one of this is we had three distractions. And I hate using that word because it all actually ties together, obviously. So we had three distractions. We had fishing, we had book, and then we also had um, the general thing. So that happened. So fish and book. Oh, and this too, I think, is the shutdown. I think they thought the Democrats would go past that, would just like let it happen. But the Democrats actually held out longer than they thought they would. So this is things not going according to plan. All this. Oh my God, I'm just chills. And then, yeah, book. Yeah. And then that was at the end of July, though. The end of the July with Blanche and Todd and Maxie Well. Okay. So that's one thing. That's one of the meetings. That's like the first meeting in the Situation Room without him. And of course it was without him. Because where is he? Resting. Okay. I'm trying to think. Where's the next question? Yeah, those are too many events around the same time. Exactly. And then, like I said, they got people riled because the No Kings thing was way too big. Way too big. Because that was on the 18th. And then by the 20th, no plans whatsoever. Oh, I forgot. The other thing was Charlie. Excuse me. I forgot that. Now, Charlie situation was supposed to be fake. It was supposed to be fake. Anyway, we'll come back to that later. So, October 18th is the Note Kings, which then resulted in them on the 20th taking out the East. Way too many. And that's where they effed up. All right, so that was one meeting. What was the next meeting about? What was the next meeting about? Tulsi wasn't in that meeting. Oh, child, we got to read on her. Oh my God. How much time do I have? Oh my God, we got to read on her. She was on my list, but I never really got around to her again. Ooh, yeah, we got to look at that. We got to look at it. Because why they AI'd her? Did y'all see the AI that was on Fox? Yeah. Did y'all see how they AI'd your girl on Fox? And they said it came off her ex account. So that means somebody has access to that account. Because she been fired. The girl been fired. I mean, stepping down for family reasons. Stop. Don't do that again. What? Oh, because what are we asking? What are we asking? Are we asking about the next meeting? Because I feel like the No Kings thing was actually the next meeting. Like, what do we do about this? Um, okay. What does Maggie know? Are we using these? Nope. Which ones are we using? Light seers? No. Okay. Which ones are we using? Clays? Clays? Okay. Interesting. Because cards have different meanings. Like I specifically get cards for the stories that the pictures tell. So that's why I moved to different decks. It's not, oh, you just want to shuffle a different deck. It's like, no, what is this deck going to show me? Um, this is so interesting. Gonna be in the room where it happens. What were we asking? Maggie. What does Maggie know? Ooh, double nines. Nine of wands, nine of swords. I don't know which orientation they were in, so I'm not going to put a reading on it, but two nines. Nines are actually, they're actually completion numbers as well, right? Because it's a perfect, 333. It's like Trinity. Hold on, I'm going to lift my leg, sorry. Because I think this chair is hurting me. Okay, the Empress and the Nine of Swords. Maggie, what do you know, girl? Okay, because like I said, I was watching her on the Jon Stewart, and as much as he baited her, the woman is tight, tight-lipped. She's like, oh, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. No, we don't disparage our fellow journalists. No, da 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 da. I'm like, Maggie, you know something, girl. You know something. All right. Meanwhile, Jake or Jack or whatever his name is, the other guy who's part of the book, he was not as practiced as her. I mean, he didn't give much away, but he definitely is her apprentice. Like he learns from her, he looks to her because she was, nope, we don't talk about that. He was like, yep, we don't talk about that. I wonder why she shared it though. This is the second time I got the Empress, so I'm gonna go with her being the Empress. She's an Empress. Is she redhead or was she blonde? I can't remember. I can't tell if this is redhead or blonde anyway. Maggie, Magdalena Haberman. I wanna be in the room where it happens. She's a Bernie. Okay. Why did she look like Barry? Is she related to Barry? It just might have been a bad picture. Because she looks like Barry. It's called Regime Change. How about that? It's like in your face. Inside the Imperial Presidency of... Oh, his name is Jonathan. Y'all, I've been calling him the wrong thing all this time. And she has a previous book called Confidence Man on him, which is Confidence Man, The Making of DT and the Breaking of America. So she wrote that one years ago. So this one is called Regime Change. It's definitely the biggest cover up ever. And obviously the heist is the point because they are robbing us. Um, so I'm gonna count. Okay, here we go. This is Maggie, my goddess. How do I be like you? So this is Jonathan. These are our people. So it'll be Page of Wands, even though that tends to be shady. But in this case, this feels like their working relationship. Like he really looks up to her or admires her or something for how she's a cool goddess. A cool empress. And there's the number 3. Okay, so what's the question with them? What do they know? What do they actually know? Because they're getting ready to drop something. This book doesn't drop until like, what, October? What do they actually know? Or is it July? Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Let me see something really quickly. It doesn't say when the book is dropping. Uh, 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 uh. I guess it must be dropping July 29th because she has an in-person event on July 29th. So it must be dropping at some point. Signed copies of the book are available to purchase. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. New arrivals. Oh, oh no, it is published. It published yesterday. Okay, Simon and Schuster. That's interesting. Simon and Schuster. That's interesting. Why did you publish that book, Simon and Schuster? Well, you know, my name is Simon. Okay. It's based on hundreds of interviews and unprecedented reporting from deep within the administration's most closely guarded rooms. It takes you inside the Situation Room and into the secret Oval Office deliberations that have launched a new thing in the middle and seen T-Rump seal the border, surge National Guard troops into cities, and send immigration agents into deadly clashes with protesters. It usually takes 2 years or so for a book to get published, especially one that has to have all this research. That's really interesting. Oh, yeah, he definitely failed because how do you release that book on JB? And I love how JB stole his thunder. He's like, I mean, I got cancer. It was like, oh man, we can't really talk about that book now, can we? I would love to know her sources too. I'm not gonna ask. She won't say, like, you have to watch that interview. She's a masterclass in keeping your mouth shut. But at the same time, it's like, you know a lot, girl. What do you know? Um, and it says she is a white correspondent, the house thing correspondent, but she's not. She hasn't been in there for 2.0. And then they also said that this was, they said something that just didn't make sense to me. It was something like it was really hard to get this information. This is like, I forgot what they said. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense because this place leaks all over the place. I don't know. Anyway, so she's definitely being extremely strategic, y'all. When I say extremely, I mean extremely. Look at her walking off with them swords. She knows some shit, and she's dropping two for us to follow. There's more to come. And I don't think it's in the book. I don't think it's in the book. Now, remember, this is the energy. Because what's the other energy? The minor arcana death card, y'all. Okay? Whew, the chills that are raking through me right now. Because right behind the minor arcana death card of the Five of Cups, again, two being left behind, while the other three, where's it? Where's the fifth one? Yeah, while the other three are like laid out, we have the Eight of Wands. Oh my God, and then the Magician. It's gonna be fast. This information is giving, 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 giving. Y'all buckle up. So, this is that information. They were given polygraphs by who? I didn't hear about that. Who were they given polygraphs by? Okay, let me talk about what hit the table real quick. The one that hit the table, Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So let me see what it means in this particular deck. Am I using clay cards? Yeah, these are clay cards. Okay. So in this particular deck, the Wheel of Fortune is 20. No, 10. Oh, that's a completion card. Okay. In the reverse, it serves as a reminder to control what you can and let go of what you can't. No, 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 no. Reverse, it means resistance to change. I like that because the book is literally called Regime Change. So I like that there's a. Oh, this is her resistance. Hmm. Okay. Is that a crow? I don't remember. Hold on. Is that a crow in the top part? I don't know what bird is usually on this. I think that's a crow or a raven. And if it is, then we're talking about because she's giving it or trying to catch it or whatever to the crow, and the crow's going to take off and blab. It's going to say something. Okay, this is about the files. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, didn't we get the Queen of Pentacles for Mel's? No, 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 no. Yeah, Mel's friend, Amanda. No, this is Mel. Is this Mel? Mel's friend. Because this is something that deals with the files. And this is the King of Wands. So this would be, um, wait, is this baby? Oh my God, hold on. Okay, I think these are two wrenches in the regime thing. Because after this, we have the, okay, answered. Answered because we have the 10 of Pentacles, then we have the Star. hmm And then we have the pedo card. And then we have the leaks. And then we have the evidence. I don't remember who Knight of Wand is. Oh, it's the Fire Horse. So for me, this is like what year we're in. This is the people. This is the internet. This is TikTokers. This is everybody who is taking that and blazing the world with it. So there's that aspect. So, do, 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 do. If this is with the Six of Pentacles, or Six of Coins, pick the Six of Pentacles. This would be Blue Star. This would be the files. So it makes sense because this is the best friend, and this is the guy who's no longer with us either. The wrenches to the plans. Okay, okay, okay. That is also my card for Ashley as well, but she comes later in the story. Um, so that's why I'm not using that for her. The Queen of Pentacles. This is drawing my attention. Oh, okay. This is drawing my attention, but I'm not sure why. This is Two of Cups. This is usually partnership and stuff. It doesn't feel like it's Maggie and Jonathan. I don't know whose partnership, or is this just, oh, this is who's talking to her. They talk to her. Oh, this is a female. But see, they're just sipping tea. You know, girl talk. You know what's really interesting is, on one hand, you know, you want to kind of look through the cabinet and find out which tool did it. I kind of feel like this is somebody who works there. Not a tool, but somebody who works in service of these people. And they're just having girl talk. Tea, if you will. This feels like somebody who works there. Because these people are invisible to the other ones. Okay. And, okay. These are staff. And I got chills all the way up my head. This is staff. They want somebody new. They want these people out. You know, and they can't leave because obviously that'll be obvious, right? This is the Eight of Cups in reverse. And then I got the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, but again, in reverse. So this is like, that explains the Karma card. All right. So this is like, because I'm seeing the residents now, right? All these staff people moving about, and you don't pay attention to them. But they know shit. And Maggie knows how to talk to them and get them to talk to her. And it feels like they know it's betrayal, but it doesn't feel like betrayal because it's about saving the country. Because here's the page. All right, girl. Here's the Page of Pentacles. Not page, sorry, Knight. They're offering up the information. They don't even have to be asked. They're offering and delivering the information. The Knight of Swords. Two Knights. The Knight of Swords, it's reckless, it's risky, and they took it anyway. This is staff, y'all. This is staff. This is staff. And they feel like they had no choice. That's why she won't talk. I mean, obviously there's still somebody in the room, but Is that really obvious? Because if you think about it, a couple of these people were on their phones. They weren't actually in the room. Hey man, new perspective. All right, girl. What else you got? Because this was girl talk tea time, spilling gossip. So there's somebody there. All right. So, what is Maggie and Jonathan? Hold on. That's a lot. Is it a lot? No. It's just five. They just feel like a lot. Okay. They're going to be talking about the treason. They're going to be talking about who's in the files. That's the Six of Cups. And they've decided to do this to help save the country. And they're going to do that by heralding, by letting people know what's really going on. And they're blowing the horn so everybody can hear it. And when I talk about how catch fire it has been, whoo, yes. And then you got the high priestess. So they definitely have the agenda of trying to help bring this down. But again, some of what they know, they wish they didn't know. It feels like too much. It feels like too much of a burden to bear. It feels like too much. So there's a lot here. Can you show me what they know? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. If you don't show it, it's cool. But what the truth? There is going to be some revealing of documents. Documented proof is going to be revealed about some big, big, big information. Okay. So like what? Can you tell us? Would you be able to, well, would you tell us? What are we talking about? There's evidence here. So there's the Ace of Pentacles. That's a big evidence. It's also the money, where the money is going or who it's going to. They got a lot of stuff. Okay. Okay, they do. They have a lot of stuff. Because, again, the staff has spilled. Because these two just came out again. Not having a choice, feeling like they have to do this, and trying to right some wrong here. And again, being stuck. And y'all see me, I kept shuffling, and this information's coming out. Because again, they're offering up the information. They're bringing it. They're trying to get us out of what we're in, which is a Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so there's an imbalance here. Imbalance of power. There's the Page of there's the Two of Pentacles in reverse, but here's the Page of Cups in reverse. So there's something here. Page of Cups is our stinky fish cup. Oh, I think they're trying to keep us from ending up with Narco because it was in the reverse. And that's usually his card. So I think this is to try to keep us from being ruled by Narco. Let me see what else Page of Cups is for them. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Gossip. There we go. Too many ideas. Gossip. Don't get swept up in all the gossip or superficial deals being thrown at you. Okay. So, now we got the Nine of Pentacles though. And there she is, Maggie. So Maggie has the goods. She has a lot of the goods. And she's going to spill it, y'all. She's going to let it rain and bring it out. Let it rain and bring it out. We got the Knight of Swords. We got the Knight of Pentacles. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. Whoever's running this newspaper and Simon and Schuster, they're doing this. They're doing this. They're paying for it. They're doing it. They want him gone. They want the amendment. They want the whole thing gone. So they're doing it. This is her paper. This is her book publisher. Like, they need this gone. So they're the ones actually letting it happen. Because here's the Nine of Swords in reverse. And then the Queen of Swords, who cuts through the BS and the truth. I think so, because this is Susie. Now we know who orchestrated it and who probably talked to. Because here's the illusion of justice next to judgment, followed by judgment, and then followed by the Queen of Pentacles. Could the Queen of Pentacles also be after she got her diagnosis for real? Because Pentacles is a health thing. And and because there's a new perspective here, and then here she is. She's part of it also. Because remember, she's a blondie, and Mags is like a brunette, and sometimes it looked like she was redhead, but who knows. Okay. They wanted to survive. Again, big decisions. Okay, okay. So it's not telling me what information. It's not giving that part. Let's see. Is she part of the trap? Am I using these? Okay. Which ones am I using? Got it. Old or new? Old or new? Okay. Is Mags, I don't know how she got John. Yep, trying to right the wrongs of the Gov. Temperance, and the Hierophant. Okay. Is Mags part of the trap? I didn't get it. Okay. Is Mags a part of the trap? She's the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I thought she was an Empress. But this is a heck yeah. Oh, duh. In her job, she's this. Okay. This is a heck yeah. She's got the goods. She's got it all. Do, do, do. Am I reading any of these that are peeking? This one. Let me move it so y'all can see why I'm choosing it. Because it is clearly saying, hey, pick me. Justice. The Justice card. This is why we're doing this. This is why we do it. And what is this? The Magician and the end of the world and the hard work put in. Okay. Interesting. Okay, bugs. The timing is absolutely perfect because how is a book being published only a year and a half after this admin started? And the Situation Room part that she leaked, you know, that happened last summer. That's some fast publishing. Some really fast publishing. I think they had to speed it up, to be honest, because we just heard about it. So I think they had to speed it up. Okay, that was a side quest. How'd we get here? We got all the way here from Usha. Bruh. Okay, are we still using these for Usha? Okay. And Shady's marriage? Okay. Can we see what's going on in that marriage? Side quest. Oh, there she is again. Queen of Swords. Eight of Cups. Whoa. Okay. This was turned over, so I'm going to leave this turned over for now. All right, so we are looking at the Two of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So, energies are Eight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles, one of the words that are jumping out for me here is the loneliness of that card. But also, when I've looked at it from my other deck, it's like realizing like people don't share your same values. And this would be that. Not having the same values as these people, which is interesting. Okay, so then we have the Queen of Swords here, and she's coldness, bitter, lack of empathy, cruelty, and isolation. Again, there's a loneliness here that is also being projected. And then there's the Eight of Cups, which is again walking away, departure, letting go, moving on. And then it says personal growth as well. But then there's the Seven of Ooh, okay. There's the Seven of Swords. This is facing the music. This is the way I use this one and read it, is facing the music. So it's facing consequences, it's coming clean, it's releasing guilt, and it's being honest instead of trying to be sneaky, which is then followed by the Chariot. Y'all know, Chariot is my uniform card. But this is also taking control, moving forward. So this could be something that's happening as well, trying to ensure that he survives this, because there's the Empress. That gave me Erica vibes a little bit. But then there's the Five of Pentacles, so all will be well. And then there is Usha and the White House and the lies. But again, being released from the devil. Being released. Okay, so what are we talking about here? I was asking about their marriage, though. I was asking about their. Okay, so Two of Pentacles here. This is saying that's not actually a priority. That's not her priority. She's actually not that worried about her marriage. That's not her priority. What is her priority? Oh, duh. Ten of Pentacles card. Family. This is a broken family, broken tradition, family conflict, lack of stability, financial loss. That's what she's worried about. How this is impacting her kids. How the presidency has turned into a failure. Like, because it's supposed to be Shady. And this is the initial card that I had for Shady, was the Two of Wands. This was when we first started reading on him. He was coming out as this, like looking, waiting, hoping, like, I need to come up. So that's really interesting here. Now, so who's the Queen of Swords here? I guess really just the way that they treated him, or they're treating him. Coldness, bitterness. Okay. So it's not about him though. I do kind of feel. Okay. So the Seven of Swords here just like said to me, I told you so, for him. Like, for her to him. Like, I told you, like, this was going to happen. Because the Eight of Cups, like I said, follows this next. This is her. Okay, so while they are doing this thing to try to take control, to try to have him in, salvaged, this is a reputational thing for her. It's not even about her marriage anymore. It's about her children. It's about how she looks to people, because there's that part too. I kind of got like that she's talking to or planning to seek a lawyer. Like, after I fix things, I'm out. That's what it feels like. Um, anyway, yeah, because that's the ending card. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Like, it's over. It's weird. Oh, she got pregnant again. You feel that too? Yeah. It's like whether she's pregnant or not, or they do have another one coming, it's like she she sees things so differently. And I think honestly she sees his weakness. And that's not attractive. Um, but it's also like how willing he has been to throw her. Yeah. She's been doing some introspection. It's really interesting that the Hermit card keeps coming up in her readings. But she's been doing some introspection, and I think I don't know. I think she's trying to take control of her life too. So she's like, I'm gonna work my magic, see what I can do, and I'm out. I don't even really think it's about the elevation status anymore. I think it's just about being able to protect and save and salvage what she can. And I don't think that's her thing because I think Erica's a problem. And it's going to be a real problem for sure because there's that hidden agenda there. Probably, I was going to say probably cheating. I don't know if it went that far, but I know the way he acted was enough for me. It was enough for me, you know. Did you get her hands out your hair? Yeah. It bothered the shit out of her. 10 of Wands in reverse and this hidden agenda. You know, Erica works for these people. So, y'all know she works for them people. Shabbat Shalom. Um, what am I? And there he is. It's like he's so reduced in her eyes. It's crazy. The messaging. The Trojan horse trying to save her family. Trying to protect it. But the marriage is done. Are you working with Maggie? She might be working with Maggie. This is the Queen of Pentacles. Are you telling things? I wonder if Usha knows Maggie. I know she's on a new journey. I know that. Their marriage is entering a new place, one where she has more control than she did. There's a lot of emotions here and a lot of fire here. There's literally only one coin here, 3 cups, 3 fires. I don't think she wants to save her family, but not necessarily her marriage. It's like, I'm going to do you this favor, and then I'm out. At least that's what it feels like to me. Maybe. I wonder. Is she talking to Maggie? Has she spoken to Maggie? Because, again, how does Maggie know what's happening in the Situation Room? Unless it's somebody. It's saying no, but it's saying yes. So let's see. Is she? Has she? Has she? Because Maggie's done hundreds of interviews. Has she spoken to? Is this a Linda Tripp situation? Mm, 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 mm. I'm not sure. This is a lot of cards that have come out. Um, Again, I'm seeing that 10 of Pentacles card. Oh, and then there's the King of Wands. And then there's the 7 card. And then there's the Tower. Because Shady does come out looking kind of good in the book, except for that lie about Murdoch. They're like, Murdoch really loved Narco. Shady's okay. That was interesting. Okay, I'll tell you what the cards are, and then I think I'm gonna have to read because this is a lot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go there instead. Because this is a Six of Wands in reverse. The book says she has stuff about the WAR in there. It's only been 3 months. You know, Six of Wands being peety poo to me. But there's this newness about this woman, Oosh, um, and refusing to drink the Kool-Aid. I think she's done with that. Yeah, because the hillbilly brawl, how they're coming after her and her family. I think that shit pissed her off about this man not standing up for her. And then everybody talking about, you got a brown wife and brown kids. We're not going to vote for you. And then he went after Erica. So, because there's the Queen of Swords. I think this is bitch era, maybe? Hmm. Um, and so, again, the Hierophant in reverse. So, that's like trying to stick with this whole thing of marriage. But again, it feels like upside down. The traditional roles. Yeah, because there's that greed. Again, I think, and it's an emotions card. So I think for that, seeing this man try to go after the blondie was like, deal breaker. But it's something about, yeah, because didn't the hands in the hair thing happen? When did the hands in the hair thing happen? Hold on. I want to know that part real quick, and then I'll ask that question right there, Jen. Um, oh shoot, we've been on almost 3 hours, so we'll stop at the 3 hour mark. I think. Oh, see, there's something. She didn't buy it. She didn't buy the story after seeing this man with this woman. She didn't buy that story. Okay. Eric. Hands in hair. That was late October. The hug. That was late October. Okay, October 31st. When is Usha baby due? Late July. Okay. So I think she got pregnant and then this thing happened. Yeah. And she didn't buy it. Yeah. Because if that happened on October 31st, she was already pregnant. May not have gotten a test if she's naturally, if she's like actually pregnant, not using a surrogate or anything. Because for her baby to be due in late July, then she would have gotten pregnant like before the 31st. Otherwise, the baby would be due more towards August, like the first week or so of August, depending. So I think she got pregnant and then saw that shit and was like, yeah, this is over. And played her role because there's a personal power thing here. That's why I'm like, when did that happen? Because she's like, yeah, I don't believe it. The Four of Cups, this is her emotion. This is like shutting off from it. Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Um, and again, like her growing a spine and growing her personal power. Yep, yep, yep. Look what came out too. The Ten of Pentacles, which is the family card. Yep, because it all got revealed. She saw it, and that was the death of her marriage. That's crazy. But she had felt trapped. She had felt stuck there. Like her choices weren't there. You know, he was going to be the guy. And that didn't happen. Um, that would suck to like get pregnant and then see a man like the man who's been lying to you the whole time and see him pop up. Oh Jesus. That's interesting. So let's bring it here. Has Shady, because if y'all remember, like he was about to do the Catholic thing with her because he was like putting that religion stuff out. He was about to be a devil. And he put that Catholic thing on her. You know, he's like, she has a different religion. She has a different religion. And in Catholicism, you are able to annul your marriage even with kids. He was really ensnared by that chick. And Usha was like, bruh, what do I do? And, that was the hermit. So, let me bring that back. I'm going to bring that back. Yeah, you got chills too, right? I did too, like in my scalp. It's like crazy. That would have pissed me off to like either just find out I was pregnant or feel like I am, and then I see that on TV or in front of me. Because had Charlie still been around, ain't no way in God's green earth Erica would have hugged that man like that. Ain't no way. Because there's the lovers and there's not surviving that. I mean, they're not together anymore, but still. All right, so did girl sure did. She made the fat kid look cool because childhood trauma. Once the fat kid, always the fat kid. So she made him look cool. She was touching on him, rubbing on him. He liked that. All right, so and now he has a grovel back with his wife, like, please help me fix my reputation. Funny. Okay. That's karma for you, boy. You will have to cross the bridge you tried to burn. Oh, okay. I did not read this, but Chariot was the first card I saw when I was picking it up before. And I was like, let me shuffle. But the Chariot's here again. And again, this is taking control and moving forward. I'm not, did I even read your question out loud? Did I say that? Because I'm like, what is this pertaining to? Is this pertaining to the marriage? I hope not. I thought I was done. The other thing that came out here is a magician card. So again, I think this might be the marriage. Her working her magic. Here's the 17. I'm sorry, the star card with the high priestess behind it. You've seen all the shuffling I was doing. Because we got the chariot. And then we got the fool card. Again, her taking care of this. Yeah, not having a nightmare about it, like getting him out of this thing, trying really hard to do that, standing her ground, letting things slip, leaks, stuff like that. Okay, this is definitely leaks because remember, they are a leak family. He is a leak. Because there's a King of Swords here. There's the Ace of Wands, and there's the Temperance in this camp. King of Swords. That's usually Jack, but I don't think he's talking to Jack. We asked if he talks to Mags. No, he talked to the other guy, Jonathan. He talked to the guy. Because there's the Knight of Wands again, and there's the Page of Cups, and there's the Three of Pentacles. So definitely some secret meetings here. As he pours this information out, but to end this thing, there's a weakness. There's a weakness. Something is weak here. Well, he is. His reputation, the way he looks, not the way he looks, but the way he's been acting. Like, you should be appreciative. Like, dude, tell me the shit you heard from your stepdad your whole life. Because you could tell. Like, they always tell what their traumas are. It's the stuff they always repeat. And so it's like, you should be grateful. You should be thankful. Sounds like a little kid who heard that a lot from the men in his mama's life. You should be grateful I gave you my name. You should be grateful I do this thing. You know, that just sounds so trauma. Okay. I'm sorry, I gotta put her on a bra. We'll make this the last reading. I'm gonna ask that again about Shady. I'm gonna ask that again about Shady. Okay. Is Shady the one talking to Mags? Is Shady one of the ones talking to Mags? We'll do yes, no card, any orientation. Is Shady one of the ones talking to Mags? I'm going to do the Mitchy one real quick. Is Shady one of the ones talking to Mags? There's the decision. There's the Ace of Cups. This is a maybe, but this is yes. Let's see what actually hit the table, though. Oh, and that Knight of Swords is right under that. Two of Swords. It's like, think about it, go. Okay. Makes sense. Here we go. The evidence. Kind of sort of give it to you, but not quite. So that's the Ace of Pentacles there. And then there's a Strength here. So this is a yes. This is a hell yes. Here's the maybe. It's the Six of Swords. Again, this feels like he's trying to steer his own life here, trying to navigate the waters. And it feels like he was hoping everything would come out rosy, like making him look good. But I don't think that's going to happen. Because, yeah, the world doesn't complete here. So he did it for one thing, but it is actually creating a different thing. Especially since as soon as it came out, everybody went, Shady did that. So I think this is hastening his exit because there's a huge disagreement with some people here in secret. And one of those people is going to be Narco. So is he telling? Yes, yes, maybe. Yes, 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 maybe. So I'm going to go with yes on this. Not everything, but he shared what it feels like would give him a better look, because there's a yes here with the Page of Pentacles, as we said, sharing information. So yes, 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 yes. I would definitely say he's one of them. He's definitely one of them, likely through one of his people, because that was a Page of Pentacles. So one of his people, like one of his camp mates, which is what I thought anyway, is that it must have been like an aide or somebody in his camp. Yeah, who's like sharing that information. But it feels like they shared extra information, and that they weren't supposed to do. They shared some stuff on that girl Erica. I would not be surprised if she's in that book, especially since she was in the Oval a lot too. That's Ooh, that's magician manipulation, which is what she does. Okay. Mm, that's the Ace of Wands again. Oh, well, in this case, I think that would be NYT because they finally did something, standing up and saying some stuff. But they knew they could say it because that's the Ace of Wands, so that's similar to the King of Wands, but bigger. So she knew they could. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dang, man, I gotta keep putting clothes on people. That's the Lover's card. So that would be, is that her and Jonathan? I think. Like, hey, let's do this together. Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. We can have a real good time. Sorry, I'm a Parent Trap fan. Let's get together. What? Why am I singing? Well, yeah, because I said the word together. Okay, yep. And like I said, they're going to make that information rain, baby. 10 of Pentacles. They got a lot. They got a lot. All right, so we've looked at the room where it happens. We looked at. Okay, wait. Well, I think we got the answer of why they did this AI video. Um, so finally, I want to talk about Mitch the turtle. Turtle. I want to talk about Mitch the turtle. Mitch the turtle. Mitch the turtle. Hey. I don't know. We just talked about Mags. Mags and Jonathan. And then Shady leaks. You and marriage. Okay. So Mags and Jonathan. No. Turtle Man. Turtle. What are we using? These? Yes. Perfect. Turtle Man. The guy who was the mercenary knight for whomever it was who hired him or who beat him up. Because, ooh, when I say he had nightmares. So, he's scared of dying. Is this like a Grim Reaper type of situation now? His health is definitely in somebody else's hands. Okay. Tell me about Mitch's health. If I see the death card, I'm going to think he's already gone. His health is poor. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, it is poor. And what just did this? I think he's in a coma. Because I'm getting like medicine's not working, like doped up. This feels coma-ish. Yeah, because he's being relieved of his pain. I think he's in a coma. He's not gone. The world card is in reverse. He's not gone. But he's really close. Because I got River of Sticks just now for the 6 of Swords right after that. I think he's scared of shit though. Oh, there's the death card. I think he's scared of shit. He's scared to cross over. Because here it is. The death card. He's just delaying it. So I think he's in a coma. He's had Parkinson's type of thing. Yeah, but I think he's in a coma now. Probably out of protection. Or, like, to take you out of your pain or something. All right. Can you show me Mitch's health? Can you show me Mitch's health? Yeah, he's scared. He's not going. He's scared to go. He's still going to go. Like, they're like, come on, let's go. He's like, nope, not doing it. Can't do it. That's a big old yes to that. And then, yeah, his time is actually out and he's just afraid. Again, reluctance. He's scared. You're getting coma too. Yeah, so he's really scared, but it's going to happen. Was he married? I feel a wife for some reason. I feel like wife meeting him. Is he married? I feel a wife meeting him. Is he married? Is he married? To Elaine Chow. You have an Asian wife? Wait. She was a Secretary of Labor. She's alive. Is his other wife dead? Is she the one from Virginia? No, it would be Kentucky. Yeah, because she was in the first admin. Okay. And she went to Mount Holyoke and came out to be this person. I wonder what Mount Holyoke is really like. We used to send some of our students there. They were so excited to get there. It's an interesting time. Okay, Cheryl Redmond. Did she die? I feel a woman. And that's weird. His old wife was a... Like, is this the one who was married to him? Yeah. Why am I feeling a wife is going to meet him? I don't think she's dead. It's so funny. People have been writing about her, like, even recently. Like, December 31st, she has an article. Um, she's a retired feminist scholar. How do you go from being married to a feminist? That's wild. They were married for 12 years. And he didn't marry Elaine until like almost 12 years later. So it's not her. Um, no, she's alive. I keep feeling like his wife is gonna meet him or something. I don't know. She's alive though. Yeah, like that's weird. Like, how is he married to these liberal like women? But Chow isn't liberal. Like she's a Republican. Is that what it was? I know she did something. Okay. This is girl, he out. That man, I think he's gonna be out. I think he'll probably be out this week or within the next 10 days. I think he's out, out, out. Because this is the Four of Swords, and like I said, here's the Four of Cups. He's out. He's gonna escape justice. Justice in reverse. He's gonna escape human justice. He's out. He can't handle the he can't handle his health. Here's the Minor Arcana Death card. He's out because this is it. Overwhelmed, the coma, the burnout. But this is it. This is his last bit of time. Yep, because right after that he's gonna be pretty much dying alone. That's MASH. Why am I getting MASH? Yeah, Five of Swords. Da, 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 da. Was he in the military? I don't know why I just got MASH. I used to hate that thing. Yeah, he's about to cross the Rainbow Bridge. He's about to say goodbye and rejoin the spirit world. I mean, he'll have one hell of a life review and stuff, but I feel like he did what he was supposed to do. Like, I really do hear cheer. I really do hear people celebrating him, like, good job. Um, as his hour grows closer and closer and closer, I think he's gone within the next 10 days. And I don't like to put time on stuff, but I'm getting goosebumps to that. I had a feeling somebody was going to die in June. It just might be him. I'm not going to ask that, though. I was about to, and I'm like, you don't ask that question. All right. But it does feel like that's not going to be longer. It's 2 weeks max. Um, Loss, grief, disappointment, regret. Yeah. You will not believe this. It's the June 21st to July 17th card. It is the Cancer card. Um, so he's lost his way. He's lost his direction. I think he's gone. Oh, look, we're full. Mm-hmm. And again, can't juggle it. So that's 3 cards in a row that said it's him. Beep, beep, beep. Bye. And literally the date card. That's the window. That is the window. The 21st, which was Sunday, through July 20th, excuse me. So there's the window to the wall. Okay. I would leave there, but that feels a little morose. So last question then, will I use these? Okay. Last question is going to be on Volda Miller. What's going on with Volda Miller? I'm getting the Mickey Mouse song again. Mickey-M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Okay. Mitch the... All right. Now, Jen, that was crazy, right? All right. So, Stephen. Stephen, if you just show me, if just a little bit, because I got a feeling it's about to get deep. So, just a little bit. I just want to know what's... Oh, the card I just glanced was the King of Swords. Okay. He is being investigated. Mm. There's some weakness here for his abuses. Okay, Stephen. Please show me Stephen. That's a lot, but we're going to look at it. Yep, there's the king again. And the Queen of Pentacles who threw him under the bus. Her name was Christy, I believe. Whoa. Hold on. Who was that? I lost it. Okay. Who's this? Oh, Hangman. I think literally. Hold on. Yep. All right, so here we go. We got the Fool in reverse. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands. Again, that abuse. We have documentation finding its way to places that he didn't want it to go. That's the Page of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups. He has 2 aces so far. This boy is in big, big kahuna trouble. Because we have the Eight of Cups. You can't even walk away from that, baby. And then we have the King of Cups here. But this is in reverse. So that's like emotional manipulation. I think this is the sacrifice. I think this is the sacrifice. The bus is about to back up over him. Under the Queen of Pentacles is the Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's something coming out about him. Considering it's under the Queen of Pentacles and considering this is the King of... Yo, I just heard of something that Christy's part of. And because Christy's part of it, is shown a light on it. It has to do with something financial. It's another company of corrupt people, but because she was put in it, it like lit up. Oh wow. They're going to go after them for animal abuse, I think. Because it says here, whoa, they're killing her in the news. It says dog killer, Ice Barbie, Christy Gnomes, DHS goons exposed for heartless act of animal cruelty. They put all of that first and then mentioned goons. That's a Daily Beast, which wasn't that a right wing thing? The Independent said ICE agents allegedly left dogs unattended after arresting owners. The Foreign Policy Journal says ICE agents left two dogs locked in an apartment for a week after Kristi Noem controversy. And then her husband's dominatrix is in the news. She's getting hammered in the news. Okay. Okay. She got hired by a BC mining company. Okay, now I remember. I think Libby read on this, I believe. Yeah, because Chrissy joined this Canadian mining company. And this basically she was supposed to be, I guess, the opening into the opening of these people who are sledgehammering our place. This was to be the opening for this to happen over in Canada and BC. But because she got hired, people were like, what's that about? So now people are questioning this mining company and they're finding out what it's tied to. I thought she had a different job. Wasn't she on Shield? Apparently she is though, because it says there was an ex post from her. Congratulations to the Colombian ABCD EFG guy for winning. I look forward to working with your admin on the Shield of the Americas. How do you take the name Shield from like Marvel Comics? Anyway, yeah, they're flipping on her. Ooh, hold on. They said John Fetterman is trending. Let me go look over there. I forgot about him because I forgot about Dre. He, okay. So once again, he is standing out by himself. He cast the only no vote from the Dems as Senate passes measure to block U.S. action against Iran. So he's the only one who's like, nah, keep going to war. Okay. Um, I'm sure there's some other stuff there, but I'm not going to look into all that right now. Oh, he actually said no to the ICE warehouse stuff. Okay. Who told you you're allowed to say no? Because obviously you're an op, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Okay, and Mitch so far has been in there for 8 days. I knew I wrote his name hours ago. They keep saying he's recovering, he's recovering. I don't think so. An 8-day hospital stay is not a recovery. Not for him. All right, so I forgot what I was reading on because that happens. What was I reading on? I don't remember. I looked up Christy for a reason. Oh, this was Steven. I forget. Let me redo it because I don't remember. I got pulled out. Okay, this is the last one. So Steven, Four of Swords again. In reverse. Steven. What's happening? What's happening with Steven? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Yeah, he's in trouble. There's a King of Cups. There's a Hierophant in the upside down. I think he is being thrown under the bus. There we go. Because he's trapped. Thinks he will survive. However, I see the people coming after him. I don't think they're going to help him. Because there's a 7. Oh, he's hitting with the 7/7s. Oh, he's hit with 777. What the hell? Hold on. What? That's the Chariot. I don't know if he'll get it. I don't know if he'll make it out before we flip it. That's the 7 of Swords. Trying to be sneaky and strategic, but I think you're gonna get caught up in this. The wirings, the internet, why? No, it's literally. It feels like literally wires. Because look at the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is money that they've been waiting on or something. And this feels like the internet wire transfers. There we go. Couldn't think of the word. Wire transfers. I think he's going to trip something. I think he did. He did. I think he tripped something. I think he tripped a wire. Because there's the Magician. He's on record. I feel like, okay, yes, this has to do with the A. Oh, he was part of this. You guys. I think this is the one yes. Look at the story that just came out. This is Musk. This is the secret meetings. This is the shenanigans. This is what they got from it. And this, which is the victims that bring it all down. Yes. Because even the minor arcana here is bringing in judgment. Oh, I wonder if he's still going to self-check out because he's not going to be able to handle it. Because this is going to come fast down on him. And even though he might plead the 5th, I don't think anybody's going to listen to him. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, they're going to treat him coldly. Even our good team, our good side, they're going to treat him extremely cold. Nobody has any room. Don't you dare talk over me. That kind of thing. Because they're going to have all the evidence in the world against him. Look at that. 3 pentacles. They're going to have the wire transfers. Chris, thank you. Oh my God, chills. Yes. Oh, baby, when I say they got a dossier on you. They got the wire transfers. They have the policy. They have everything. Oh boy, you in trouble. I think he's part of this. I think he's part of the thing. The thing that happened. Absolutely. Absolutely part of the thing that happened. In November. That's what I'm talking about. And he's about to get murked in the news. He's going to be one of the other ones. Because look who came up. That news media finna hit hard. And I think he's going to have some linkage here to stuff you don't want to be linked to. Because why would he not be in this room? That's who's missing from the room. No, he's not missing. Yes, he is missing. That was my other card. Wait, where's the card of the people in the room? He's not on this list. He's not on this list. He should be on this list because he is deputy something or whatever, the something that you're supposed to be with the guy. Chief of something. He's that guy. He should have been on this list. He should have been on the list. Let's see what Maggie has to say. I got a feeling yelling unravels and bonkers Fox News. Uh-oh, he has another Fox News meltdown. It says bonkers. They're using the word bonkers. Daily Beast said, yelling Miller unravels in bonkers Fox News tirade. Yahoo used the same words. Daily Beast used to be right-leaning. Said to drive DOJ memo eroding disability rights. Oh, so they're putting you as the person behind this disability shit. Oh, you are the sacrificial lamb. Oh. Oh, yeah. He's the sacrifice. This boy is as good as gone. Hold on, Maggie. Put that word Maggie next to him. Maggie, hey, Berman. So, did she say? Okay. Civil War with, she did mention him. That was the habeas corpus thing. So she did mention him for that. That was a week ago that came out. Not enough people are talking about that, honestly. So you're going to be going under for a habeas corpus and this disability thing? Ciao. That's the main thing that they have. And it's funny because they're saying that they may have been secretly taped, which means they have been. Okay. He's going to be the sacrifice. Because this is it. This is the part that I was saying when I was like, Warrington, that name is like touching me. And so it says here that Counsel Warrington apparently told colleagues he doubted Miller's grasp of limits on executive power. So, Warrington feels like he has second thoughts about some stuff. All right, I'll save him for later. We're going to end here. Thank y'all for hanging. This is going to be fun. What else are they about to come out with him? They're going to come out with some stuff with him. I feel it coming because it says a Daily Beast investigation, actually. So this is apparently from the Daily Beast. That's not even a Maggie thing. What? Okay. What else is coming out? I just want to know. What else is coming out? Oh, yeah. He's sacrificed, child. Look at this. Judgment, the weight he carried, and justice is coming, and the hidden agendas, and his weakness, and being put out to pasture as he's separated from the castle. Yes, he's gone. He is gone. All right, I'll come to Cash later, but look, he can't juggle it. He's kicked out the club, and there's a queen coming to get him, and it is likely going to be our girl Melanie with this one, because she's big on the immigration, the indigenous peoples, and he's not going to be able to go over it, and they will send the people after him. He got them sevens again. They will send the people after him. This man I don't feel for him. I don't. All right. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to people getting the energy they deserve. That's what I'm looking forward to. And whatever that means, well, I see it. Okay. Because I was going to give me, you know, no headache over here. Girl, thank you for hanging with me. Yeah, I'm going to get some rest because I don't have to go anywhere today. Um, yeah. Anyway, thank you, girl. So we'll see what happens with this one. I did already share this link as a post under my post section, but it's probably going to do the thing that the other ones have been doing. So Mercury retrograde on tap, and just give it the rest of the day, I guess. If you didn't catch yesterday's, do so. That was an interesting story. Again, the link for that is in my post because I don't know if that link has shown up. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's what we're talking about. I have no idea. But it's there. You can find it. If you go in the post section, you will find it. Um, yeah, it's still not showing up under my lives. So if you go into the post section for last night's video or yesterday's video, you'll see the post for it and just click that link and watch it from there. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging with me. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Again, once we hit the subscriber mark of 1,000 subscribers, I will be choosing someone from our active and engaged subscribers to get my extra copy of these Violet Veil cards, which are freaking amazing. I didn't use them today because they didn't get called on today, but look at these. It's so pretty. You see that Queen of Swords there? What she said? Ooh, look at that. A reflection pool. That's the Knight of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so that's the extra deck I have. What's the soul reading deadline? When I hit 10, when I hit 10 of those. But I'm not reading after June with the soul readings because, you know, they're only $50 right now. And so that calendar is only open till June because I'm supposed to be going to Tennessee for something. And if we find a place, we'll be moving. So then I'll be packing. And that's if we find a place. I don't know. The cards weren't good on that one today. We'll see. So, anyway, that's it. If you want to find out more information about the soul reading, just click the first link in my description. Otherwise, y'all, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.